Hey, what's up gamers, it's Fun Guy here. Season 1 0 Hours now been with us for a week, so I thought it was time to sit back and go over what's happened so far. Now the game got off to a bit of a shaky start with Season 1, with players unable to get into lobbies, and I believe the day before the AI bots were able to unlock the new kit for themselves, but players were not, so a few hiccups there. But now that it's all up and running, it is looking pretty good, I have to say. Now obviously at this stage there are some of you that this game will never win back, but this season's content, although there's not a lot of it, what is there is really good. This map, for example, it's already the best map in the game. I mean, just look at this. When's the last time you've seen a moment like this in Battlefield 2042? If you answered never, you're with me on that one. I have not seen this before, but it's a really good sign. Now let's talk about this map a little bit more. This little clip here, we're playing on Breakthrough, and one thing I did notice is on Breakthrough the map layout is actually slightly different. Some of the corridors that are open on Conquest are actually blocked off on Breakthrough, and I think this is a good move from the developers to kind of try and make sure that the game flows in the way that it should. Something they've probably learnt from the player feedback, I reckon. Now obviously at the moment we've got Conquest and Breakthrough on this map, but I would love to see somebody create a nice Rush playlist for this, and you know, obviously Team Deathmatch and that as well. Let's hope we can get those into the All-Out Warfare set soon. Now I said this map is the best one in the game, and that's by no accident. Obviously there's a lot of open areas like this one here, which we're more used to seeing in Battlefield 2042, but as well as this, there's also your classic indoors areas reminiscent of Operation Locker in Battlefield 4. These are where the action takes place, guys. In the middle you got these three objectives here, B, C and D. Now C is the kind of control hub, and this is where most of the heavy fighting takes place, but there's also a lot of battle to be had at B and D, which are kind of like, I guess, server rooms. But bottom line is, if you like close quarter fighting, then get stuck in at one of those objectives. Now the new specialist, Elwina Lease, she's got the rocket launcher that's popping off wildly. Obviously they make it look really good in the trailer, but if you see here, it's actually a bit more difficult to use than they make out, which I think is a good thing. On the whole, this rocket launcher just seems really well balanced. Now, obviously you still don't want to take it for granted like this poor guy did. We also got new vehicles in Season 1. This comes in the form of 2 stealth helicopters. Now they're both pretty much the same, just a different model for each faction really. Essentially they've got a stealth mode. As you can see, I'm just coming out of the stealth mode there. You've got your machine guns and rockets you can fire whilst you're in your regular mode, and then you can switch to stealth mode to avoid being targeted by lock-on launchers. And you also have these crazy bombs you can drop while you're in stealth mode. Now you also have a gunner seat in this helicopter, which I was quite surprised by, and that gunner comes equipped with a heavy machine gun that's equipped with a silencer, which is, yeah, it's really cool. I just found this helicopter to be crazy effective. It's still pretty easy to take out though, if you know how, so you've got to be careful. But then again, any seasoned helicopter pilot should know when to stop pushing his luck and to bug out. Luckily with the stealth helicopter you can just flick on the stealth mode and forget about those rockets coming your way. Obviously with the exception now of the Elwina Lease rocket launcher, but it is pretty hard, like I said, to hit with those, so I don't see myself getting killed by those too many times in this baby. And before you come at me in the comments, yes, I know I'm dunking on AI bots here, but this is literally the only way I could get into one of these helicopters at this point in the week. Moving swiftly on, what else do you have other than maps and a specialist and vehicles? Well, it's guns of course, and we got 2 of them in this. Obviously there's a gadget as well, the smoke launcher, but I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Now I haven't actually unlocked the crossbow yet. That'll have to come for me in week 2, but I do have the DMR, and this thing starts off a little bit tricky to use, but once you unlock some of the attachments for it, it gets better and better. I found once I got the close combat rounds, which increases the rate of fire significantly, and a nice holographic sight to go with it, I found this weapon much more useful. Now obviously it's quite versatile. You can use it at close range, long range. It's got semi-auto and full auto capability, and of course it's forever silenced, so you can be as sneaky as you like with this thing. A lot of players are saying it's overpowered, but I really don't think so, because there's pretty much a better weapon for every class. It's just this one is also silenced, and that's its kind of gimmick. Anyway, so what do I think about Season 1 on the whole so far? Honestly, I think this is looking up for the game. This is the most excited I've been to play Battlefield 2042 since the game first came out. Obviously, when the game came out, there was a lot of annoyance and disappointment from people, but not really getting that this time, other than the usual forever annoyed people that would complain about anything to do with this game. Are there still bugs and things? Of course there are. Could there have been more content? Maybe, but would it have been as good if they did put more in there? I'm just happy that they've made something that works and all gels together really well. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. I'm always well up for listening to you guys and what you think about the season. Or maybe you want to see a specific video. You could always leave a suggestion there too. I'm always up for trying out new video ideas. And also, don't forget to tune into my live streams Tuesdays and Fridays. Currently I'm doing Battlefield 1, and on a Thursday it's at Battlefield 2042. Anyway, that's all from me. Thanks for watching.